What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful, here with a name you know, the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time, Gunther. How you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. The last time I talked to you, you were on the cusp of achieving that accolade. Now you've done it, and you have far surpassed it. I think you are the consensus greatest Intercontinental champion of all time. What does that mean to you, or is that just a part of the job?
It is a part of the job, but it's a great accomplishment.
Yeah.
So I guess whenever I get asked about it, it's not the time to celebrate. It's not now. It's got to be later. Kind of like stuck in a tunnel a little bit and stay focused. But overall, it's been great for my career.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a great achievement.
You were face to face with Seth Rollins. You said, "I'm going to call you out. I'm going to win the title at WrestleMania." If that were to happen, would you keep the Intercontinental title? Would you push to keep that as well? Because, you know, back in the day, Ultimate Warrior won both. He vacated one. You've always seemed like the kind of guy that would be like, bring it all on.
I mean, yeah, there's a point to the challenge, obviously, but I haven't really thought about that, to be honest. I think it's a decision that has to be made after some thinking, and it's a sensible topic, I think, because on the one hand, the challenge is it's very interesting. On the other hand, I don't know if it does the title justice. If it's like a side project, more or less. So we'll see.
You've got an even more important accolade. You're a father now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How has that changed your life as a champion and as a father?
Well, very good. Very, very positive change, I have to say. So it's just 4 weeks old now, so still freshly in, but it's very nice and really helps to put your focus on meaningful things in the time off and not waste your energy for, I don't know, senseless stuff, I would say.
Since you've moved to America, what are some of your favorite things about living in America? When I talked to Rhea in the past, she said her least favorite was the food here because she ate the same things and she gained weight.
Yeah. Unless it's like one of the biggest cities like New York or LA or Chicago, food is, especially down here in Florida, it's a dire situation. Low tax is very good. Low tax is very good compared to Europe, I have to say. I think in America a lot of things are easier when it comes to bureaucracy, and the things happen way faster. If you want to buy a car, it's all done in one day.
Yes.
Doesn't happen like that at home.
So it doesn't happen like that abroad?
No, I mean at least in Austria or Germany.
Fair.
It takes a day or two until all the paperwork is done and whatever. America is way more digitalized than Germany is, where I lived before. That makes things a lot easier. So I like that the focus is often on get stuff done.
Yeah.
I like that approach.
I'm sure you didn't see this, but there was an not really interesting thread, but there was a tweet that said, "What's his finisher?" And my reply was, his finisher is pinning the other guy.
Yeah, thank you. I think that's true. I mean, it's a wrestling cliche with a finisher and stuff. I think it's also like it's a thing that WWE really established, I think. And I see the big upside to it, to be honest. But I always approached my wrestling logic, like whatever makes sense at that day to do in that situation. So that's how I always approached it, and
As we wrap up, I mean, you have already, in your main roster run, been a part of some of the greatest matches in WWE history. And when you put that in perspective, I remember, you had this incredible match at WrestleMania. I remember a few years prior, I was seeing you wrestle PCO. You were killing it there as well. Things have just changed. It wasn't really quickly, because that was several years ago.
Yeah.
But, things have been such a shift, but you haven't really changed who you are as a performer. You were that same great performer you always were, and it's worked on this grand stage. Does that feel validating to you that the way that you were is still just, it's almost like the perfect professional wrestler?
Thank you. And it is a validation for myself, obviously, but on the flip side, my approach to my career was always, hey, this is what I have to offer, and I can do this really good. I can do me really good.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. If you would tell me now, do something else, I think the performance wouldn't be as pleasing, because that's not me. I can be myself really good. That's what I have to offer, and that's what I try to do everywhere. So, I'm glad it worked out.
Last question. I love your promo work as well. I think everything that you say, I believe on the screen. Have you ever considered getting into acting?
I wouldn't think I'm a good actor. It would need to be a very specific role.
Sure.
I think that's what it would need to be. Like some, I don't know, I can be a bodyguard for a Bond villain or something like that. Or be the Bond villain maybe.
There you go.
Work myself up.
Gunther, I want to thank you so much. Until next time, guys, we're out.
Buying pay-per-views on nordvpn.com/Fightful is going to enhance your pay-per-view buying process. Now, one subscription to NordVPN has so many different benefits, but if you're a big pay-per-view buyer like myself, UFC, boxing, pro wrestling, all that good stuff, any combination of the three, if they're doing a fight circus or something like that, this subscription will pay for itself after 1 or 2 pay-per-view buys. Change your virtual location, pay for it at the prices that other people are paying for it in the UK, in Australia, etc., etc. And you can get different interfaces. Maybe you don't like Peacock and you want to check out the WWE Network the way that it used to be, the way that it was designed to be, the easy navigation, so on and so forth. Maybe you want to watch AEW without commercials. Maybe there's some other overseas services that you can't subscribe to and you want access to them. NordVPN.com/Fightful gives you that with a great deal and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Even better, 24/7 tech support, so if you have trouble navigating any of it, they can help you out. Fastest VPN on the planet, NordVPN.com/Fightful.